little excessive anxiety this morning, so we came out to do a very early video. This time it's about a little bit of more good news. Of course, if we waited much longer for any good news, it'd be way too late. Deep sea mining moratorium. Companies are backing a moratorium on sea mining in the Pacific and other deep sea oceans. What are they mining? What is it all these mining companies want to go after in the deep ocean? Nodules made of cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc, and other exotic elements that the battery companies, electric car companies, and all the rest of today's modern electronics need. So they were planning on mining the ocean. They actually made some equipment that will go down and run on the bottom of the ocean, just scraping everything up and then hauling it up to the top where a barge sits, where they'll put the material. The companies that want the moratorium are BMW, Volvo, Google, and Samsung. They're the first ones to call for a deep sea moratorium on mining nodules. This is basically a new gold rush worldwide. The plan is to start mining 200 square kilometers of seabed per year. The sediment plume from this is expected to spread over a total of 20,000 square kilometers. World Wildlife Federation, WWF. What is WWF? The WWF would say that it would affect oceans on a continental area. In other words, it's disastrous if we were to deep sea mine any oceans. The sediment plume would settle over all the living things and smother it out. It's really quite a disaster for the oceans if it goes through. Let's hope that Biden will go for a moratorium here in the U.S. and can then try and push a moratorium worldwide. But until then, it's up to the environmental community to try to push it. On another issue, fossil fuel companies got $8.2 billion in tax bailouts for COVID. Now, why would we give a cent to the fossil fuel industry? What is the thinking here? 77 companies to collect an average of $107 million in benefits. Then payrolls were cut by 58,030 jobs were cut as soon as they got all this money. What were the companies that got all this money? Well, let's just name a few. Marathon Petroleum got $2.1 billion. Can you believe that? Devon Energy got $143 million. National Oilwell, $591 million. Occidental Petroleum got $195 million. For doing nothing, just because of COVID relief. Of course, Trump would give the petroleum companies all the money they want and give the finger to everybody else, or give them some little $600 thing while everybody else gets millions if you're a multinational corporation. You kind of wonder how many billions of dollars was Trump paid off from all these companies. So most of the pushback against all these companies mining our earth into a sawdust ball is you and I, the little guy who pushes back on all this. Do you really need 10 phones or 6 computer screens or 5 or 6 electric vehicles? You know, it's up to us to stop all this from happening, and hopefully we will. Because if we don't, our children will be living on an absolute ball of hell. I appreciate all the ups, the downs, the new subscribers on this dreary, foggy, drizzly day here in California, where our summer winter has showed up early. It usually shows up in July. This year, April. Fog, drizzle. Well, maybe it'll help with the drought. Until next time.